welcome back to our channel. So in today's session, let us have a look on different variables and identifiers and then different data types. So in the previous sessions, we have seen the basic introduction to Python interpreter. So how to download and install the interpreter, and then we have seen various literals, that is the numbers and strings, and now we will move on to the variables and identifiers and data types. Now let us start with the variable and identifiers. Variables and identifiers. So as we know, the variable is an alternate name given to some memory locations. So this we have seen in C language also. So in our system, everything will be stored in a memory, and that memory will be having the unique addresses, which is in a numerical form, and in order to remember that addresses is somewhat difficult. So that's why we are giving some alternative name to that particular memory address. So that we call it as a variable. So as the name itself indicates, according to the logic, according to the expressions or according to the instructions, the value of that variable may vary. So it's not a constant, it's a variable. If it is a constant, the value in that memory location will not be changed. As it is a variable, the value of that memory location can be varied. That means, so we can assign a value to the variable, and we can also reassign the value to the same variable. So we can update the variable with one more value or with the same value, right? So here the one more thing we have seen, that is identifiers. The name itself indicates identifier is used to identify the elements, right? So here the variables comes under an example of identifiers. Similarly, some functions, objects, classes, everything will be comes under this identifiers. For everything we are giving some name. So by using that name we are identifying that particular object or class or a function or this variable, right? So a variable is a name given to memory location, right? Next, identifiers, examples, variables, classes, objects, modules, functions, and also constants, right? So all these are the examples of these identifiers, right? So for any identifier, we have to follow some rules while giving a name to that particular identifier. So which is similar to our C language. So we have to give some name to that memory location, and that must be done by following some set of rules. Now let us see the rules to be followed for giving the naming of identifier. Rules. The first and foremost rule is, so like the in C language, here also there are some keywords. So as we have discussed in the C language, a keyword is a reserved words given by the compiler or an interpreter which is having a specific task. So for every keyword there will be some specific meaning and some specific work to be done. So first and important and foremost rule is, the variable name should not match with any keyword name. So the variable or identifier, we can call it as both, a variable or identifier. Variable name should not match with keywords. So in Python also there are different keywords, so I will explain you later, right? So first we will see the rules. So variable names, that means identifier names, should not match with any one of the keywords. Second one, the name consists of alphabets or numericals, that means digits, right? So every identifier name should start with either character or underscore. Variable name should start with character or underscore, the symbol underscore, right? Underscore symbol. So except this underscore, we should not use any other special characters in the variable name. And this character can be uppercase and lowercase. It can be both, right? Anyone, either uppercase or lowercase. And also it can start with underscore. And in variable name, only except the underscore, no other special symbol will be allowed. The third rule, it can be alphanumeric, right? Variable name can be alphanumeric. That means characters plus digits, numericals, right? But the variable name should only start with the character and underscore. It should not start with numbers, numericals. And the fourth one, right? It's a case sensitive. Variable names are a case sensitive. Case sensitive. That means, example, if I write ABC, or simply we can write a name, right? So name is a variable and it is different from name because here n is capital, here n is small. So these are the two variables. The interpreter will treat it as a two variables, name and name. So capital N. So it's a case sensitive. Should follow the variable name, right? And so these are the some rules to be followed while giving the name to the variables or identifiers. So we have to follow these rules, right? Now let us move on to the data types. Hope you understood this simple thing. So the same we have seen in the C language itself. So if you compare this Python with the C, everything is same coming to the variable and identifiers. Now we will move on to the data types. See, data types. So when compared to the C language, here we can see the change because coming to the C language, so for every data there will be some data type, and for every variable should be declared before they are using in the program by using these data types, right? So if you want to declare one integer variable, so if you want to use one integer variable, first we have to declare that variable by using this data type. So the declaration is main, right? So before using them, here there are different data types, that is numbers. So in numbers we will get integers, float, complex. Everything we will treat it as a numbers. Next, strings. Here we will consider character strings. Right? So there is no special character data type. Right? So like in the C language, where we will be having some char in order to represent one character data type. I mean one character. So here, even there is a single character, we can treat it as a string. And apart from these two, there are different things, that is list, tuple, dictionary. So all these are the different data types. Right? So numbers, strings, list, tuple and dictionary. Coming to the numbers, there will be integer numbers, floating numbers, complex numbers. And strings, there are two categories and strings. Right? So we will keep these three aside. First, let us see about these two, numbers and strings. Now, so in C language, if you want to declare an integer data type, so what are the steps? Int, we have to use a keyword int a, that is the declaration part. A is equal to 5. This is the initialization part. So this is the declaration. This is the initialization. Right? Initialization means assigning the value to the variable. But so this is the C language. Now coming to this Python, it becomes very easier. Right? It becomes very simple. So a single statement A is equal to 5 automatically includes the initialization and declaration. Right? So there is no specific data types to declare a variable. The assigning a value to the variable itself treats as a declaration and initialization in Python programming. So these two statements can be replaced with only one statement in Python programming. So this statement implies A is variable to store numeric data and assign 5. Assign 5. So here the single statement in our Python programming will gives the declaration and initialization. So there is no specific data types to declare the variables. Directly we can assign a value to the variables. So if you want to add two numbers, so in C language, if you want to add two numbers, in C language, simply we have to declare two variables, int a comma b, and also third variable c. Next, a is equal to sum 5, b is equal to sum 6, c is equal to a plus b. Right? Coming to this Python, directly we can declare a is equal to 5, b is equal to 6. So that implies two variables are declared by using the numbers, integers. And directly c is equal to a plus b. Only three statements. So there is no declaration part in Python. That's the very most important point. Directly we can assign a value to the variable. It will automatically declare. It gets the declaration. So hope you understood this. Then let us take the examples. So name is equal to Python. Version is equal to 3.6.5 something. Next, price is equal to 300. Okay. Next, simply we can write some c is equal to 5 plus 4i. Right. So directly these four statements implies the name, the variable name is having the value Python, and version is declared as this is declared as a string, this declared as a float, okay, 3.6, and price, this is declared as a int, and this is declared as a complex. Directly a single statement will get the declaration and initialization. Hope you understood this example. Next one. Coming to the comments. So how the these comments can be used in Python programming. So in C, comments. In C, we have to use these symbols. So whatever the data which is written in between these two symbols will be considered as a comment. So that particular data will not be executed by the compiler. So in Python, the comment is represented with hash. So whatever the data which is having the hash at the beginning, that line will be considered as a comment. It's a single line comment. So it is not used for multi-lines, right? If you want to give a comments in 2 lines, so you can use 2 hashes. Simple, right? Now, in this Python, the assignment of variable can be done in multiple ways. So multiple assignment. In a single line, more than one variable can be assigned. Multiple assignment, right? So for example, sum is equal to 0, flag is equal to 0, a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0. So if you want to declare these things, if you want to assign the values to these variables, this can be written in a single line by using this multiple assignment. Simply you can write sum is equal to flag is equal to a is equal to b is equal to 0. So the single line statement will give a multiple assignment. So variable sum is assigned to 0, flag is assigned to 0, a is assigned to 0, b is assigned to 0. So all the 4 variables are assigned with a single value, that is 0, and that can be represented by using single statement in Python. Next, if, see, so if you want to assign this one, sum is equal to 0, some flag is equal to 1, name is equal to Python, and version is equal to 3.5. If you want to declare these 4 variables, and if you want to assign these 4 variables with different values, this can also be done by using a single statement in Python. That is, see, sum, comma, flag, comma, name, comma, version is equal to, see, 0, comma, 1, comma, Python, comma, 3.5. So this is the single statement we are going to use in Python for multiple assignments. So here all the 4 variables are assigned with the 4 values, 4 different values. So this is also a valid statement in Python. So it will check the order, right? Sum is equal to 0, flag is equal to 1, name is equal to Python, version is equal to 3.5. So this happens only because here the declaration part is ignored. So there is no explicit declaration part. Directly assigning the value to the variable will give the declaration. So this can be done in Python. Right? Hope you understood the multiple assignments. We can assign multiple values to multiple variables using a single line. Right. Now, if more than one line to be represented in a single line. So here the most important thing is no statement will end with semicolon. So in our C language, every statement will end with a semicolon. Semicolon indicates the termination of that particular line. But here Python, there is no semicolon. There is no way of using this semicolon. Right? So simply A is equal to 5. That always terminates the line. So B is equal to 6. It also terminates the line. So no, this semicolon is not required in every line. Okay. Now, if we want to represent more than one line, I mean more than one statement in a single line, that means more than one instruction in a single line. So this will be correct, right? So if you want to represent more than one instruction in a single line, so A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 6. If I want to represent this in a single line, directly we can write A is equal to 5, sorry, A comma B is equal to 5 comma 6. This is one way, and the another way is by using semicolon. So if you want to represent more than one instruction in a single line, so this can be written A is equal to 5 semicolon B is equal to 6 semicolon C is equal to A plus B. Right? So in order to represent more than one instruction in a single line, we have to use this semicolon. Right? So we need not require the semicolon for every line of Python program. Hope you understood this, the different data types, the variables and identifiers, and the rules to be followed to give the name for identifier, and then assignment. So assigning the value to the variable. So no specific declaration part, and then multiple assignments. So we can reassign the value. So if first line consists of A is equal to 5, and then the second line B is equal to 6, third line A is equal to 6, automatically this 5 will be replaced with 6. That means reassigning. So because here it is a variable, we can update the value. Right? Reassignment is possible. Multiple assignments will be possible in a single line, and the comments are used by adding hash as a prefix to every line, and then semicolon is used to differentiate two instructions. Right? So if you want to represent more than one instruction in a single line, we have to use this semicolon. So hope you understood all these things. So if you really like my videos, share my videos with your friends, and if you are having any doubts regarding this Python programming, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section, so that I will definitely try to clarify all your doubts. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching. Thank you very much.